how I want to fucking start this off, because I'm gonna start listing off like 2 or 3 things. I'm gonna ramble on, and I can cut back to this like fucking segment right here. I'm gonna lose focus on something, then I'm gonna just like get completely sidetracked altogether, then I'm gonna scrap the video. Hey everybody, thanks for coming to watch. Don't mind me, I'm just having a fucking panic attack while this fucking car in front of me's mattress is fixing to take off. Anyway, besides that, I wanted to talk. Oh, Jesus Christ! I just wanted to talk about why you should start on a 300. Oh God, I'm gonna fucking die. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, here's a couple of reasons why I think, or why I decided to start on a 300 versus like getting like a Ninja 400 or a ZX6R, which I almost did, but ended up choosing on a 300. And I'll get this right out of the way. The main factor was it was cheap and I could get it that day. Just to get that out of the way. But after like doing some review or like reading up and like watching other creators, I'm kind of glad I stuck with the decision to get a 300, because like, yeah, I've ridden motorcycles before. When my dad had a Heritage Softail Classic, my mom had a 2009 Dyna Wide Glide. I've ridden a friend's like Honda Fury. Pretty much at that point in my life, I think it was like 10-15 years ago, I was like strictly riding cruisers and everything, big heavy bikes, and I just hated how I was so, like, granted I was scared because I was riding a motorcycle the first time, but I was so scared to drop it because I knew I could not pick it up. But then I like was riding around on a friend's Ninja. I think he had a Ninja 250, and that thing was a lot of fun because shit, even at like 10 years old, I could just get on it and just move it around. And it was a Ninja 250 20 years ago. So it was it was nothing. Like, it was a $500 bike. I don't want to be around this person. But yeah, it was a $500 bike, and it made 0 to no horsepower. But it was like my first motorcycle experience, and I will never forget it. But oh God, I'm gonna have to cut back to that. But I'm gonna start listing off like 2 or 3 things. I'm gonna ramble on. I'm gonna lose focus on something, then I'm gonna just like get completely sidetracked. This thing makes at crank 28 horsepower, and at crank it makes 18 foot-pounds of torque. So as a beginner bike, and I haven't ridden in forever, like, I bought this the week after I got my motorcycle license, after taking like an MSF course. So after like 10 years of not riding a motorcycle, my experience was a Suzuki GS250 that they had at the MSF. So it was probably not a smart idea that I was thinking about buying a ZX6R, a 2019 ZX6R at that. Would have been a real widowmaker. But backtrack, or fucking off track again. The bike has more than enough power for what I need, in the early stages of me like learning how to ride a motorcycle properly. And it's light enough to where
today, Junior,
I can just flip it up as soon, like, I got a video on my TikTok of as soon as I drop it, it's right back up. Because, I mean, this thing weighs next to nothing. And also, like, another aspect I didn't think about at the time was, like, just overall, like, cost, let alone, like, the upfront price tag. The, like, maintenance cost is pretty cheap on these bikes, and I'm speaking from experience of this particular, like, CF Moto 300 NK. I digress because I am rambling. Changing oil, it's like $12 at the most for oil filter, and you can get, if the dealer can't get it for you, like, there's a K&N on Amazon. I can't remember if it's the K&N-11 or 112 or the 113. I'll fucking post it up here. And it was good enough for what I was using it for. And oil, it uses, per the manual, I think 1.4 quarts. So if I get 1.5 quarts, and you should be fine. Really, like, check the little glass on the side of the thing. That's another thing I like about this bike. It has, like, instead of a dipstick, it has, like, the glass you can see the oil level in. Some cons, and this is just about, like, CF Moto, the brand specifically, parts availability, both, like, factory and aftermarket, OEM, aftermarket, whatever you want to say. OEM parts, you have one person. It's like CF Moto Parts USA, and they're like partnered, like CF Moto partnered with like Raven RV, or however the fuck you want to pronounce it, or whatever the website is. You have like one website to look at for like readily available parts. And I'm gonna be upfront, their website sucks. It sucks to look shit up on that website. I hate it so much. It's dog shit. Like, you put in make, model, year, and it pulls up shit for like four-wheelers and side-by-sides. And when you're like, I need to replace my clutch handle because this little piece right here is broke, because I was trying to tighten it, because it's made of cheese grade cast aluminum. And they don't have like the image of what you need. It says like image not available on like 99% of the parts. So you have to go to other websites, get the part number, and then go to the CF Moto Parts USA website and put the part number into the search bar, so you can maybe find the right piece. But everything else, if you want like these aftermarket mirrors, aftermarket exhaust, you want like a tail tidy, you turn signals, like just dress up kits and all accessories, you are stuck with either Amazon Universal stuff, eBay, or Alibaba, or AliExpress, whatever, all the Ollies. And it's real hit and miss, because like AliExpress, you're gonna be waiting. Alibaba, you're gonna be waiting. eBay, because they have that distribution hub right there in Kentucky, I think I ordered my exhaust on a Friday. I got it the next Friday. I'm gonna start listing off like 2 or 3 things. I'm gonna ramble on. I'm gonna lose focus on something. Then I'm gonna just like get completely sidetracked. Sidetracking again. Another thing, like back to the lightness. This thing is so easy to flick. Like it weighs nothing, and when you're like learning just the concept of like counter steer, like how push left, go left, push left, go left, push right, go right. It's such a foreign concept to you if you've never ridden a motorcycle before you. Like you want to like fully grasp that on a slower, lighter, more maneuverable motorcycle. But like on the highway, yeah, this thing sucks. That's like the only regret I have, is I have a 30-minute commute to work if I take the interstate. I kind of wish I got either like the 650 version of this or like a Ninja 400. I can go. But yeah, this thing like revs it. To do highway speeds, you're going to be really high in the RPM, and I don't feel comfortable doing that for a long period of time. Now, like the 30 miles to work every now and then, yeah, I'm okay with it. But it sucks if I want to go like farther places. Like the Cycle Gear near my house, it's over by Pittsburgh. More specifically, like the Allison Park Cycle Gear. It's an hour, almost an hour and a half alone if I hop on the highway and the fucking toll road. And when I went and got this helmet, I took the bike because I've always wanted to go to Cycle Gear on a bike. It took me almost 2.5 hours of just taking back roads, like, to get there. And it was kind of torture there at the end, because this seat is not the best. But like I said, I kind of wish I got the Ninja 400 just for like the ease of being on the highway. And just fuck, the parts availability would have been nice. I'm gonna have to scrub a lot through this fucking video, aren't I? Alright, back to the main point. Why I got the A300 and why I think you should start on one. Holy shit, I've been yapping for a while. I'm gonna ramble on. Reasons I got this. Availability, because I could get it that day. And cost. Because it was $4,800, and that's what I had. Reason 2, you're learning. You don't need to go 130 miles an hour. Like, you have people that started out on 600 or 1,000 and they can't, like, do a U-turn without putting their fucking feet down inside of a cul-de-sac. Reason number 3, cost of maintenance and cost of insurance. I guess you could wrap that up into it. It's generally going to be cheaper than when you have a larger displacement bike, because larger displacement requires bigger tires, more oil, they're not going to have as good as a fuel economy. Like, yeah, I rag the piss out of this thing like Grom owners do, and I get 60.1 miles per gallon, and this thing has like a 2.5 gallon tank. So yeah, it cost me $16 a week, and I gotta fill up like 2-3 times in the week. Point number 4. I don't know. Point number 4. I don't know. I'm kind of reaching for straws at this one. I really didn't want to let my ego make the choice of me getting a ZX6R. Like, I had the, like, that one I would have had to finance, but I had the paperwork and everything ready. And then I just was like, maybe I don't need something that makes like 130 horsepower right off the jump. Like, yeah, I sat on that thing comfortably. I could like sit on it and sway side to side with ease. But I could not trust myself to not like stay within reasonable speeds. So that was like a big no. Let me say that again. I could not trust myself not to go mock fucking Jesus on my very first motorcycle. Like, I still try to do it today, or on this. But you know what mock Jesus is on this? It's fucking 85. Because I sit like a fucking wind sail on this thing, and I'm granted, if I had like the 300 SS, which is like the sport bike version of this, I've seen multiple people do like 105, 110 on those bikes, because it's a more aggressive stance and it's a fully faired bike, so it's more like wind resistant, or has better aerodynamics. So all those like kind of pro list, take with a grain of salt. My cons for this specific motorcycle: parts availability, brand recognition, because I hate explaining. It's like, oh, what kind of bike is that? Is that a Grom? Oh, first off, fuck you. Second of all, I hate having to explain. It's like, oh, it's CF Moto. The company's name is CF Moto, but it's technically in partnership with KTM, so it's like a Duke 300. It's like, I wish I could just come out and say, it's like, oh, like a Yamaha MT-03. It's like, oh yeah, it's a Yamaha. Because they have brand recognition. It doesn't help that I like took the fucking stickers off. But another gripe? Oh yeah, I already said parts availability. Another gripe? For what I need, not what need, for my needs, I needed the 450 SS, but that bike wasn't out yet, because this, like I said, this thing sucks on the highway. I hate riding this thing on the interstate system, or anything that has a higher speed than 55. Because this thing is gasping, and big fucking asterisk here, that's with my height and my weight on this thing, because I doubt this thing really loves to haul around a 230 pound fat, tall, lanky piece of shit. So yeah, anything after like 55, 60, it's not too happy. That pretty much sums up everything. Like, I don't fucking know how to end videos. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh shit, yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, or you have like want some tips you want to see about these bikes, like I'm fixing to have to do an oil change and adjust my chain again. I'm also gonna have to order a new chain because this thing is almost maxed out. But yeah, I'm fixing to make a video about that. So if you have any like suggestions, feel free to drop a comment. Bye.